Hello, hello, and hello. We are back at it again. Tuesday comes back around real quick, okay? And here we are. Y'all already know who it is and what it is. It's your unbiased opinion. And y'all know I'm here with my friend, my girl, my sister from another mister and mother. Shout out to my girl, shayreneeonline. We need some noise and some something, you know?
Woo!
Yeah,
Woo, 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 woo.
we need something. We need some extra something going on. What's up, Shay? How are you?
I am doing good, girl. I am over here trying to get my life. I said I'm gonna go to the gym every day, even if I do a little something, something. Because I had put my pants on the other day, and I said, "Girl, wait, it's a little extra stomach on
You got
here."
an extra stomach.
And the button is feeling like it's 2 seconds from popping off. So we got to
Okay.
summer is coming, okay? So
It's on its way.
yeah, I got to put the fork down and pick the machine up. That's what I got to do.
I cannot stand working out.
Oh,
Like,
it is.
cannot stand it. Ugh. Like, can we do anything else? Please.
Girl,
Can we do anything but work out?
it is definitely it is just a part of life at this point.
For me, it gives off like, you know how I have this thing about backtracking. Let me know if you feel this way. But if I
Mhm.
have to pass my house to
Yeah,
get to the gym and I got to go home and change, like I lost all motivation at this point. I lost all of it just from that part alone. I lost all of the motivation.
it is just taxing from, well, first of all, I have 3 gym memberships. So that it is just no reason.
Damn.
I know it's bad. But and I'm a daggone step instructor. So it's like, girl, get your tail in the gym. Do some I do a lot of cardio and not enough strength training. That's my problem. And so um I went to the gym today and it was just like crowded in there. And I don't like that. I don't like the
And see,
crowds.
that'd be another thing too. Like,
I don't like the go to the machine and you was waiting on this machine and then as soon as you go do something else because somebody
somebody hopped out.
then somebody else come back and get the I'm like, ugh, you know, I'm just gonna do the stair climber, 2 arms, 2 abs, and get the hell on.
No,
Mm-mm.
I'm one of the ones. Give me a dime. I change
Yeah,
out me. I'll do anything to stay out that gym. I'll do anything. What you want me to do? Take a pill? Let me try this. Okay, you said it works. All right. I'll try. Oh,
I,
I need to drink this? Okay, I'll drink it. Like,
I, right.
I don't want that gym life.
It's it's
Okay.
it's it's a lot, but you get used to it. It's always difficult in the beginning because, like, when you start in the beginning, then your body be hurting, you be having them aches and pains, and you be like, "Oh my God, I just can't wait to get past this point," and just gotta keep on going so that
Mhm.
you can just coast after that, like. But you got to keep doing it, and that's the problem. I'll keep doing it, and I'm like, oh, I lost 10 pounds. I can go back to doing what I was doing. And no.
Girl, I'm the one. Oh, I lost a pound. Bye, y'all. I done what I came to do. Bye.
Right.
See you later.
He's at.
Okay. All right, you guys. So y'all know y'all are in for a treat. Okay. Baby, y'all know I'm about to drag Miss Robin.
Mm.
Miss Robin. And where is one? Miss Robin.
Child.
Gizelle gonna get a lot of the smoke too. Her and her three necks. Okay.
Mm.
Then we're gonna go on over there. We're gonna talk about Love and Marriage DC. And we're gonna talk a little bit about a particular character from Love and Marriage Huntsville. And could there be a little piece of rumbling that Destiny could be coming back to the show? Yeah, Destiny coming back or not? We'll get into it later. Don't worry about it.
Why?
Why? Okay, so y'all already know what we like to do. If y'all have not hit that like button, what you waiting on? Go ahead and give my girl a like. No matter what page you want to leave, go to the other one, hit that like button. It is free 99. Okay, it costs absolutely Nathaniel to hit the like button, and it costs nothing for y'all to subscribe to both of us. I know I have been lacking on the YouTube side. Y'all pray my strength in the Lord. I am going to try to come back and a bit more,
Mm-hmm.
little bit more consistent, okay? So let's see who we got into in the chat already. Shout out to the people that's already here. Hit that share button if you haven't already. What's up, Miss? Oh, go ahead. What you want to say?
I was saying, oh,
Oh, what's up to Cheyenne Brown? What's up, Lee? She said, hey, Sean and Shay. And Cheyenne said, hey, ladies. Fanny said, hello, everyone. What's up? 1 hour. She always going to be in the building, Lee. And
indeed.
Chloe, baby, we going to count on them to always be here, okay? What's up? G Baby is another one of ours that's already there. And she said, we ready. Come
Here.
on, y'all. We ready. The Doctor of Love said, oh, I hope not. I'm thinking that's probably about Destiny.
Yeah.
Kalani says, no, Destiny. She's a fellow Detroit girl. Okay. G Baby said, that is what they said. I like Destiny. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say they like Destiny. I would love for you to expound, friend, please. This is the first time I've heard somebody say they like her. Interesting. I'm
I like
for it.
in the beginning.
Sway me over, G Baby. Sway me, pull me over to your side and tell me what it is going on over there. Lee said, I am so glad one dick everyone down Dixon wasn't there again. I hope that wasn't the rest of y'all see the rest.
Now that is funny.
I'm gonna pin your message, Lee. You right at the top, friend. Everybody gonna see it. I'm pinning you right to the top because there you have it. She
Oh,
has rounded up our Potomac review just like that in the comment, okay?
not dick everybody down, baby.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Shout out to Misha. She said, hey, glad to see y'all. Glad to see
Hello.
y'all too. And what's up, Gabby? She said, hey, ladies, how's it going? Girl, it's going. We about to get into the mess,
Yeah.
okay? So let's go ahead and start with Potomac.
Mm-hmm.
Took that, y'all. I took notes on the show and forever, okay? In my Cardi B voice, and forever. Baby, I took all the notes in this, okay? So let's go ahead and open up. We open up and we have Miss Gizelle is the first person that walks out. And she walks out and she said, oh, who's sitting right there?
Mm.
and said, Karen,
Mm.
oh, okay, okay. I said, oh, girl, go pick your face up off the ground. Go. Oh, you thought you had that chair. Oh, you thought you was sitting
She had
right.
that Mary Washington smile.
Yeah. Oh, 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 oh.
She
Yeah, girl, don't sit next to Miss Karen.
big mad, big mad that she was not in that first chair. And I'm so glad that Juan Dixon was not there and she wasn't sitting there, because that was a rude, I think that that was a rude awakening for her,
I
because just
do too. Yes.
untouchable. And now she's learning that, baby, if Nene wasn't untouchable, your ass ain't either. Okay? Please.
Okay. And
Yeah.
she definitely needed a piece of that humble pie. She needed a piece of it bad.
Bad.
So we have that. Um, all the ladies come out. Actually, what's her girl name? Candice is the second person to come out. After that, all the other ladies are kind of flowing in. Let me say this though. We talked about the looks and how the women was giving.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, when we saw Karen, well, I saw Karen come out, I said, oh, Miss Karen is slaying. Her
Yeah.
pictures do not give it justice.
Mm.
With sitting on the couch with the up close, I love her short hair. I think that should be her next style. That short
I,
hair looks amazing on Karen to me.
it did, but I like her better with longer hair.
Really?
Yeah, I think that the short hair kind of actually made her look her age.
Really?
Yeah,
I
she
think the long hair age her out so much.
I think she's like, she's giving a slightly younger girl tease with the wigs. Like, I think she can do both. I like the fact that she can do both. I'll say that. But I think that her dress definitely, when you're on a reunion, you want something that's going to photograph well standing up and sitting down. And I think she made the mark there. Now that Ashley, that wig kept on,
That wig was horrible.
it was escaping her forehead. It was, the part was invisible. It was like we couldn't see the part
It
anymore.
was
It,
like a
girl,
hat.
what?
It
We,
wasn't even a wig. It was
it
a
was,
hat.
huh?
It
It was
was
a,
a hat.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was, yeah. Threw that thing right on top and went on.
I feel like, the cameraman be shady as heck. I feel like they kept zooming in on her wig. Like, why are y'all so close up on this girl wig? Back up from Ashley. Like, every time they'll frame the camera over to Ashley, baby, they're going right into their wig.
Yeah, the silent assassin. That's what she is. The silent
Right
assassin.
into it.
Loud.
Like I said, I don't watch Potomac, but I did see the reunion. I'm not familiar with the ladies on there, but I know I did not like Robin or Gizelle women. You have a good judge of character.
Girl, Robin and Gizelle showed off. They really did. And I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you go through it.
Okay. Okay. So all the ladies are out. And it's time to get started. Okay. Now I don't understand why Ashley is still married. Andy asked, y'all know how Andy opened up everything. How you doing? What's going on with you? Woo, woo, woo. Baby, when he went over there to Ashley and asked, were you still married? What's going on? Oh, I'm married, but I'm making. No, you're not. Even Mia had to shade her and be like, girl, I'll be divorced for you would.
Ashley's not getting a divorce.
She's not.
Wants to hold on to that check. Ashley, Michael doesn't want to be on the show anymore. So this is just a whole scheme that Todd set up. Set up, okay. So
Yep.
they fake separated, because at least unlike Juan, Michael did come to the
So
reunion and Ashley and be there for her. Hell, he was a big part of her story for quite some time. So with the whole "hey, we're separated" stuff, now he don't have to show up legitimately. So I think that's what it's all about. I think that they are still, she talking about, she over here rubbing this man's crusty feet, gobbling down his gargling his cum in her throat until he lay down and pass out. Girl, boo and bye. We don't
I said, girl, look,
bump in the crypt keeper. Okay.
literally. I'm like,
Girl.
girl, you ain't going nowhere. You know you're not going nowhere. Whatever.
And
So
they on national TV talking about how I'm gargling my dude's skunk. No. Mm-mm. No.
disgusting.
Yeah,
Disgusting. Yeah.
no.
So then Andy pretty much started his stuff by pretty much saying what Gabby's saying. This season was bad.
Mm-hmm.
But he said it in a nice way. So it was just so frustrating to watch you ladies never come to a common ground. He really did clock them by saying this was a very bad episode. Season. And I'm not mad at Andy for clocking the girls and letting them know all y'all help us on notice. Let me
Andy
say it out loud.
telling them that I want to see some resolve today. I want
Yes.
this is your evaluation because you
Mm-hmm.
is about to get fired. All
And
of
that's exactly how I feel. Like he put all of them on notice. You ain't got to wonder. You ain't got to second guess. I'm telling y'all right now.
mm.
Either you produce something today or you will not be producing next season. It's one or the other. And I feel like that's why Gizelle was more theatrical because she really sit here like this the whole time.
Well, she don't know what's coming for her because number one, you come out there to a surprise that you're not sitting in the front, and two, you never have anything going on. But Giselle again thinks that she's untouchable. She
Yep.
thinks that because she orchestrates drama that's enough for her. And the viewers have constantly told Andy Cohen in several different languages in 50,000 different ways that is not entertaining and it's not good enough. You
Right.
the reality is, in a nutshell, Robin and Gizelle have been collecting a check for too long for
Doing
doing
that.
absolutely
Yep.
nothing. Robin, you sitting up here coming after, and I want everybody to understand something. And I know you want to go through the things,
Mhm.
but I want everybody to understand something. Candice, I don't feel sorry for you. You sitting up here crying over Robin and Gizelle. But the only reason that them hoes pretended to be your friend is because you were the biggest catalyst in helping them to get rid of Monique because they
That was
did.
it.
And that's all it was. Once you were successful and doing what they wanted you to do, now they have no more use for you. They were
Mm-hmm.
never your friends. So
Never your friend.
they're crying over them and curring on. You look like a damn fool. You
Yes, I agree. I agree.
it's it's
I agree.
it's
And
Robin always got something to say about somebody's man. You ain't had nothing to say about your man. He not even there with you. You talking about, is that really, you sure that's not his
friend, you going too fast.
I'm
Hold on.
I just it just
Really back in, friend. You going too fast. Because
it,
we're gonna get there. Hold
it me. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Friend ready to get into Robin Taylor. I ain't mad at it, okay? Because we both are ready to tag team that tail, okay? All
Mm.
right. So they'll pretty much is letting them know, putting them heifers on notice. Y'all about to get the smoke if y'all ain't bringing nothing this reunion. So now it's time for them to have the sex talk. And we're kind of going into the whole Robin and Juan situation. That's when Andy kind of say that, hey, seems like y'all defense are down when it's time for y'all to have the sex talk. Of course, they show the clips, blah, blah, blah. Then they asked if anybody was taking Robin's advice for them swallowing their man's you know what, the three-letter word, okay? Nobody's taking her advice but Mia. And I wrote down in my notes, I said Robin needs to stop taking her own advice. It ain't even keeping one at home. So you're really swallowing your kids for nothing. So I think that it's okay for you not to swallow. Have you ever been swallowed? In my TD Jakes voice. So I think it's okay that you don't have to take that anymore, friend. You thought that was going to be something to keep him.
Mm.
It don't work. But he's doing it. Ashley said she hold it in her mouth like it's some Listerine. Um, Gizelle said she'll spit it in her hand and hold it there. What's the obsession with holding on to the cum? I mean, what is the obsession with it?
Here's my thing. Once it's out of your body, out of the man's body, why do they care what you do with it? Like, you've already released. Let's move on. Like, I don't need to be worrying about, why do you care what I'm doing with it when it's out? It's not going to stay inside of me. I know, and that
Right, like this is dumb.
there ain't no reason for your spunk to be in my body.
Thank you. And then to say that is anybody taking her advice? She don't even need to take her advice. We gonna move right on along. Then they asked the question to Karen about why it took so long for her to answer the question. Baby Karen was on it already in the first 5 minutes of the reunion. And she was saying, well, oh, I was just trying to calculate all my wet dreams. And they was like, wet dreams don't count, blah, blah, blah. And here come Robin thinking she about to eat with a read, did not, okay? And she was like, oh, so it's that many that you can't remember? She said, no, baby, that would just be one.
ate
Just one.
ate her right on. I do want to say, when I said let's move on, I didn't mean for you. I meant like with the.
Oh, you good.
I was like, wait, that sounded like, no, I was saying with the women, like, they need to knock it off. But with that whole, Robin tried to come for Karen this entire reunion, and Karen just kept on getting in that ass. I don't know why she kept trying to come for her. You can't read, Robin.
You can't read. And the fact that she ate you up the entire season,
Absolutely.
why are you coming over here on the reunion like you and did something? And you can tell there was a rehearsed read, there was a rehearsed line. Oh, I'm gonna say this because I know they're gonna bring it up. It didn't go nowhere. It did not land. It was a flop.
The biggest thing is, it's very disrespectful for you to be asking a woman that's been married for 30 plus years whether or not well, I think they've been married for 30 or 20, a long ass time.
Yeah,
Mind you asking a married woman how many sexual partners she's had in the last 5 years. You disrespectful bald head wench. Don't.
yep,
If I was Karen, she's lucky that that's how Karen ate her up
that's
and
it.
her in the trash and Tuesday's recycling bin. Girl, you tried me. I'd be
Yeah,
like, I would have said the same thing. How many people has Juan slept with?
thank you. Like,
Uh,
baby, no, that's just you and Juan's problem, not
yeah,
mine.
I want a piece of him too. Maybe he on both sides of the tracks. Please, girl, bye.
And I feel like that's a way that you can shut her down every time, and it works. Like,
Yeah,
girl, you don't have no room to talk about nobody and extra activities outside of the marriage. Girl, have receipts, okay? But she was like, okay, Karen. Like, oh, that hurt your feelings. And you know it did, because you shouldn't have said anything.
you.
Trying to be cute and funny. And Karen ain't been playing with you this season. So why come over here and play?
Mm. Ridiculous.
Whatever. So now let's go into the whole one situation, and they go into their package. Andy asked the question, who over here on this panel believe that one is innocent? Baby, nobody raised their hand. The only person believing what one is saying is Robin. Okay, so Andy got shady with her too and said, okay, now where one at? He ain't got no job. He ain't got no basketball game.
Because he can show up for everybody but her. He can show up for Coach Rod and get his nails done. He can show up for the chick to pay for the hotel room, but he can't show up for you. Mind you, this is a way for y'all to continue to get a check. He's going and spending money, hanging out with these birds. The reality is, this was Juan's job this season, to fall on the sword and come and support
Yep.
Robin. Juan is going to continue to hold over her head that she lost millions of dollars for them. So instead of him supporting, hey, this is a way for us to keep on getting money. This is a way for us to be on TV and make a 6-figure plus check just to report our lives for a couple of weeks. You could have been supportive like G, which we're going to talk about later.
Woo!
You should have been G, because let me tell you something. G is he is pitying the fool and doing whatever it takes to make sure that Mia gets that check. That's what you should have been Sambo in the background, Juan.
Even with that, even with Michael being as wealthy as he is, Even Ashley made a point and said, but he was behind me. Now, was there a time that he did not want to come? But when he got caught up in all the mess, he was sitting behind me. And, Robin making up all these excuses on why he ain't here.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, he has supported me. He supported me the entire season. Girl, we saw that nigga 3 times, and more times than that, you was talking to him through FaceTime. We have not seen y'all have no in-depth conversation. We did not see y'all have no conversation about anything outside of, oh, I messed up and I was with this very beautiful, gorgeous woman. Baby, Robin this way.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Again, showing up for everybody but your wife. That's what you do. You got such a big heart. I feel so bad. This lady couldn't pay for her hotel room, but you don't feel bad for not showing up for Robin at the reunion to take the heat off, take the heat for what you did.
Your problem.
You was out fool. But yet you can't come and show up, and this is a check for y'all, a big check.
Hey, y'all got that big old house.
Well, they ain't gonna be living long. Y'all
Because
y'all can be right back in that townhouse.
according to Robin, baby, you ain't opened up your facial spa, whatever situation.
Robin should have expected to get fired because you didn't come on here. That's the thing, the entitlement of it all. That's why they call y'all colorists. You think that you can continue to come on here season after season and do absolutely nothing, and you think because you're allegedly written into Gizelle's contract some kind of way that there's no way they can fire you because they're going to keep Gizelle, and Gizelle can do whatever she wants. So I can continue to come on here and dig in everybody else's business and not talk about mine and say that I don't care. So guess what? Bravo don't care. You're fired.
And
Next.
you're fired. Thank you for your services.
Period.
Next. We're moving right on along. So then she gives all the excuses. And she goes on to literally say, I said Robin cannot be this stupid. By saying that, oh, Juan deletes his DMs and because his phone is so weird and his messages. So Juan is the only person with an iPhone or Android whose phone messes up when they get a DM. That's what you want me to believe, Robin. And phones been around for how long? How long have people been receiving DMs, but only one phone has an issue. So he has to clean out. Girl, jump real quick because I'm gonna have to go back to it. But you want to be on Candiace about Chris allegedly limp pink dick coming out, but you're believing the fact that his phone is broken. That's why he has to delete everything. Robin, girl, police.
Well, we don't know if that's Mr. Brown Dick, but we do know it was Juan that showed up to
Thank you.
hotel room. We do know it was Juan in that nail shop with Coach, whatever her name is. So, girl, bye. It wasn't no face on that dick, and
Right.
also the girl came out and said she lied. So why are you even bringing it up? So that lets me know, Candice. All that does is Candice. Why the fuck further? Why the fuck are you sitting over here crying?
Crying about.
Not your friend. Why
Yep.
are you crying? She's bringing this up. She's supposed to be the one that was like, no, it wasn't. It wasn't me. I wasn't a part of the plan, girl. I was
Mm-hmm.
in, sis. I wasn't a part of the plan. But then you bringing that up. Everybody else has said, well, the girl came out and said it wasn't true. So it's like, why?
Everybody said it. And it was like, but we already determined that that was a lie. So
Exactly.
why are you bringing this
So
up?
why it up? You're trying to push the narrative,
Why
but
are
you
you bringing this up?
crying, Candice. Girl, stop.
Let me say this because it already kind of flows into that conversation anyway, and that's when um Candice goes on to say it was never about whether one cheated or not. It was simply about the fact that you were so demanding that other people show their life and you don't. She said that's messed up. Robin goes on to say, "Oh, I never said that," and she was like, but you did." She's like, "I never demanded that." So they go back to the clip to where she said something to Karen. But baby, y'all, I got receipts. Y'all ready for the receipts? Let's bring some receipts out. bring out the receipts. Y'all let me know if y'all can see this.
It's like small on the other side of the. Is it the thing on the other side of the screen?
Did y'all hear that?
Uh-uh.
Y'all didn't hear it? Hold on. Let me try it again. Is it showing?
It's like far on the far right of the screen from me.
Let me see. Let me try it again. How about now?
Okay, yeah, that's better.
All right. Let's start it over.
Get upset about stuff because it's done on camera, which is not fair. We're all here when we're filming. Everything we do should happen on camera.
The reason you shared those text messages.
So, Miss Robin,
Mm.
at what point did you say you did not demand these things when you sat on the reunion last year saying that the people should not be mad and it needs to come on camera?
Tripping.
Oh, friend, don't worry. I'll wait. Your words, not mine, Miss Robin. So for you to sit up here and lie and say, "Oh no, I never said that," but you did. You said it. Can't keep up with your lies. So
Or practice what you preach.
and that part too, because you said it, and she was like, "Oh, I only said that because Karen had said something to me." Blah blah blah. Okay, girl, whatever. So they end up going into this whole situation. But I feel like Robin is caught in the lie. Even Andy and Karen was like, "But you did say this though." And she was like, "But I never said this." And she's willing to die on that hill, the fact that she's never said it. But y'all saw it and heard it. Miss Robin said it, okay?
Girl, you was dressing up in pizza uniforms, delivering pizzas to houses that you couldn't afford, okay? Even with Karen renting to stay in Potomac, she could afford it. You couldn't afford it. You were living in a townhouse at that point. So stop. Knock it off. Because you always been in Karen's business. But Karen spills her Karen got a little lying problem too. But she at least will put her own tea out there before you could ever say anything. So
And
just
And speaking of that, Karen even said that. She was like, "But why didn't you get ahead of it?" She said, "Oh, I did it in season 3.
right.
I got ahead of it. I knew y'all was gonna bring it up. I know it's something that people talking about. I got ahead of it." So they was like, "But it was all over the place." And Karen checked her again. And so was this receipt for the hotel.
Exactly.
What's the difference, ma'am? You want to make it seem like what Ray went through is so much different than what one put you through. Different situations, but the reality of it is that it still hit the blogs. It still hit the news and social media. Both of y'all had that situation happen. Karen came on, had the conversation. This is what's going on. I'm gonna give y'all help with one question each, and that's all y'all get. You came on and talked about absolutely nothing.
Child.
Like your news wasn't floating around on the iPhone cloud. I'm just wondering.
Never has a storyline. Never. And the one time that you do have one, you don't even utilize it. You still trying to harp on somebody else's life. You still over here diving into Candice and Chris. You
Yep.
still here in Karen's life. But you don't want to talk about Juan. Oh, we should do a 2-hour special on Juan's life because he
The
was
dumbest thing she's ever said. The dumbest. Girl,
it,
he can't even show up for 2 hours to do the reunion.
I said
And
it's
put a camera in his face for a whole 2 hours.
I said we gonna do a. I said we it's gonna go on Tubi, cause ain't no special going on Bravo about no daggone Juan Dixon, honey.
Girl, what are we gonna talk about?
Right? clearly baby boy ain't even here to talk with you.
That's my point. Like, you can't even sit here for 2 hours, and not even 2 hours. The men are out there for all of 2.5 seconds,
Tried it.
and they out of there. He couldn't sit for 2.5. Please tell me what y'all gonna talk about for 2 hours, Miss Ma'am.
Not a daggone thing.
We don't want to watch paint dry.
No.
Because that's what we be doing. So speaking of Chris, they do end up flipping over to the Chris conversation. And Andy asked the question, do she believe that Ashley, Gizelle, and Candice was behind the whole Chris situation? Candice answered yes. Both Gizelle and even Ashley even made a noise. But Robin and Gizelle was like, oh my gosh, I just don't, da 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 da. To me, the fact that you had to do all that gives off to me that you are very guilty.
Absolutely.
And I think even when it comes to Gizelle, you was right over there with Ashley. Ashley, why are you making a noise? And you was putting into play about your friend Sesame Street, size 12, with Happy Eddie and with Chris. And Chris did DM me at 3 o'clock in the morning. You play into the narrative that Gizelle put out.
Exactly.
So for y'all to sigh and throw your hands up in the air is crazy to me. But anyway, that's when Andy asked if they can move forward. Gizelle says that because Candice started crying. Now let me get on Candice. Y'all know I'm a Candice fan. I like Candice. Let me say this. I think Candice needs to stop crying. Stop crying. And the reason why I'm saying that, I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with being hurt by the situation, but I think that's why people are always halfway with Candice and halfway against her, because your mouth so loud and big and boisterous, but then at the drop of a hat, you're ready to cry. Do I feel like two worlds can exist? Maybe, probably so, because we're looking at Candice. Do it. But I do feel like, girls, stop crying, especially over Gizelle and Robin. Baby, save your tears for somebody who matters. They don't deserve those tears.
They don't. Candice should have read the hell out of them. That's what she should have done. She should have read them so bad that they were crying.
Thank you.
Done. Sitting up here fucking crying over these hoes is just, I'm sorry. I got to control my mouth. This ain't my channel. You have got to stop with the crocodile tears. Because nothing at this point, you already know Robin is not your friend.
Yep.
No, she's not your friend. Robin did not. I am very hard pressed to believe that Robin had this much of an impact on your life that you are just so distraught over this friendship. You probably don't even know her kids' middle names. Stop it, Candice. Y'all are not friends. Y'all not friends.
Mm-hmm.
You knew that she wasn't your friend. You knew that she would never go against gangly ankles, Gizelle, for you ever. And that's the thing. Candice always wants somebody to pick a side. You wanted Karen to pick a side with the whole Monique. Mm-hmm. You thought that you was going to get Robin to pick a side with Gizelle, because clearly Giselle's wrong. You got to see she's wrong for what she's doing. Stand up for me. Candice, stand up for yourself.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. You got to go to a different therapist than your mother. You got to sit down with Dr. Ken a couple more times. And Dr. Ken, I don't know what you telling Candice, but Candice needs somebody that's going. She need a Yonla.
Yeah.
Girl, suck it the hell up.
Stop crying. Please stop crying. And let me say this too, along to what you were saying, because I think even Robin told on herself. So here comes Gizelle saying, "Oh, here come the tears. Here come the tears, the fake tears. Here we come." Here's another thing. Do I feel like it was sarcastic? Yes. Do I feel like Gizelle ate with that line? No, I do not. I don't feel like it ate, and you're the only one that's laughing. That's how you know it had no sting. The cameraman panned everyone on that stage, and you're the only one laughing. Not even your good girlfriend Robin was laughing at you. And you're laughing so hard trying to make other people laugh and it still ain't working.
She looked dumb.
You look stupid.
Giselle still thinks that she's on Hampton University's campus still, hazing the girls to get into her sorority. Bitch, don't nobody care about that mess no more. Like,
And it didn't land because even Andy was like, Gizelle, that was mean. He was almost like, that was almost uncalled for. Like, what was your point of saying it? And that's when she had to bring it together because, oh, dang. So you got hit twice. Once, you ain't got the first chair. Second, he done called you out and said, but that was me. That wasn't even funny. What you doing?
right, you gotta stop with this hazing mentality. Like, nobody's doing that anymore. I don't see anybody joining any of those groups if they getting hazed. It's so many different things that you can be a part of nowadays that if you want to bring out a paddle for me, you liable to get your ass whooped.
Okay.
Ain't nobody doing that no more. So, girl, get out of that 1970s, 80s mindset whenever the hell you was in college. Knock it off.
And you can tell that Andy is over Gizelle because he was trying to ask a question, he's like, look, hold on. I'm trying to get some stuff accomplished. He pretty much like, be quiet.
Because at some point, here's the thing: a lot of people think that drama is the only thing that makes this.
Mm-hmm.
Andy realizes that the only way that these series can continue on is if there is some camaraderie. People want to see the ladies come together. If it's all Gizelle has been all about division since she got on here again, because and I keep saying it because this is the main common denominator. She has that sorority girl mindset, that negative sorority girl mindset, and she keeps taking it everywhere and in every situation on this show. And the shit is not, the stuff is not landing.
Yeah. And I also think because she was the pretty girl on campus, I think she's been so used to everybody flocking to her and want to be up under her and never going against her because they want to be in the in crowd so much because, let Miss Karen tell her, baby, she had the hot box on the campus and she was giving that thing away to everybody. So
that's old now. That's the old mindset. Now, anybody that's like, oh, I don't look good, I can go make myself look good. I can go get tweaked. Nobody is like that whole mentality is old.
yeah,
Like,
I agree.
cool. Nobody thinks like that anymore. Like, nobody's flocking after anybody. It's silly.
I agree. And Candice goes on to say that she only wanted Robin to pretty much say something and acknowledge the fact that this did happen. And Robin didn't give it to her. Robin told on herself by saying, well, I guess it's me. We can't be friends no more. In a nutshell, anybody that we've had such a good time with, I looked up to you as big sister. You looked to me as little sister. I'm throwing away our friendship like on a whim of, oh well, Shay, I guess we ain't meant to be friends, girl. I guess, Shay.
That's because she don't care. Robin's intro says, "I just don't care."
Mm-hmm.
So, girl, why do you expect her to care about you? The girl was never your friend.
Never.
She was never your friend. Move the hell on, Candice.
And then she told on herself again because now here we are talking about the Gizelle, and now it's going into Gizelle and Candice. And he's wanting to know, hey, what are we about to do with this situation? Can y'all fix it? What is going on? I'm mad at Candice's response, which is saying, look, she had already said what she had to say. What do you want me to do? She spent her whole entire season avoiding Candice. She spent her whole entire season saying that how she have no interest in having a relationship with her. How is it, again, because your check and contract is on the line, you get to the reunion and say, oh, well, I've never said that. Again, here we are with the lies. Helper, you've been saying it the entire season. I have no interest in talking to her. You walk past her, you don't speak to her, you did absolutely nothing But now all of a sudden you got a new tune when it's time for the reunion.
I don't know why after 8 seasons they don't realize there's cameras there that record everything that they say. So coming in here and lying is absolutely not helpful for you. Even Andy, when Gizelle lied and said, "Oh, I never said he made me go into the room." The producer went in Andy's ear and said she actually definitely
She's
said that.
lying.
Mind you,
She's
I
lying.
never seen that happen where they say it to him in the headset. So that lets you know he is tired of them.
He's
He's
tired. But let me say this too. Because
mm,
I'm gonna check production. Y'all have footage of everything else.
mm-hmm.
Of everything. Y'all quick to pull the footage about how Candice and dragged her from left to right, but y'all don't want to produce the. To me, saying it in his ear not good enough. Y'all had already edited. You could have added it in there.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all add everything else in there of the clips, of the playbacks, of everything. So I mean, I'm glad Andy got in his tail, but I'm still side eyeing him because you could have done it. Add it in there to show this, and they did add it, but I feel like it. I don't know. Anyway,
Only do but for so much because you never know what they're going to say. You know what I mean? So while they're sitting there, it's difficult to edit things in real time, but they have to watch. When they're doing the clips to do the actual reunion, that's when they start adding in all these other clips for us to see.
mm-hmm.
So it's difficult, but I think they definitely could have done better with the uncovering the foolishness with Gizelle and Robin.
And I'm gonna be honest. I do not like. And y'all tell me what y'all think. I feel like they held Candice's feet to the fire way too much and gave Gizelle absolutely nothing. Let's not make it seem like they're at this situation because the sky is blue for today. Like, we not going to make it seem like this is not what's going on. And for you to say, "Oh well, I apologize. That should be enough." This man has lost his job. He has lost opportunities, and you think because you gave this half tale of an apology, everything's supposed to be right in the world?
You try to make this man look like a pervert. That's what you did.
He
Like you definitely tried to make it seem like he was over here trying to get at you and all this, that, and the third. But the fact that you have absolutely no credibility, Gizelle, the viewers of the show saw right through your BS. But his place of business, they don't know what's going to come of that. So they don't want their side to it. So that made him lose his job. You also made him lose his spark because Chris seemed like he was happy when he had that job. Then
mm-hmm.
him and Candice had a little situation in their marriage because he's like, okay, now I don't have this job, but you off doing whatever. Now people always calling me broke, saying that I'm this and the third, which people don't know. Chris is a trust fund baby. He is rich. His family has money. So
Mm-hmm.
does Candice's family. So I
Mm-hmm.
why if that was conjured up, this whole his mama acting like he need to get a job stuff or
Yeah.
whatever, her mother acting like he need to get a job stuff, I don't know. It ain't like them children missing no child support checks, I tell you that. But that sparked him to start doing his YouTube channel, catering
Mm-hmm.
seasonings or whatever. But they had a rough patch before that because he's looking like, okay, you living out your dreams and doing your thing, want to spend more time with me. Now you're gone. This show has messed up opportunities for me because now people looking at me like I'm some type of pervert. My
Yeah.
credit shot. What am I supposed to do?
And the fact that nobody understood what Candice was saying, because even Candice like, I cannot believe it's crazy that I'm having to defend this. And I'm with Candice.
Mm-hmm.
You're wanting to apologize about the sneaky link conversation, but comment, but Candice was right. You implied, you did a play on words. Stop making it seem like you didn't do anything. You alluded.
Situation. So why am I going to apologize for something you created? Like you lied. Period.
And that's what I wish, because Candice is, this is what I think about Candice. I think Candice is good when she has time to think about it because it's coming off, it's rolling.
Mm-hmm.
When she's in the moment, she's unable to formulate her words and read it off. But when she's in a calm state and I feel like her emotions take over her so much that she's not even able to articulate what it is that she's trying to say. So even when Gizelle did the "here come the tears," only thing she can kind of spew out is, "Oh, you F and B." But I think that if she was in a confessional, oh, she would have read Gizelle her rights.
I just, Gizelle sitting up there talking about some, I'm getting death threats because of, you call me a colorist. You're lying. You was sitting there stuttering. She was stuttering Stanley through that whole situation. You're not getting death threats. You talking about she called you an imp. You're the devil. This, that, and third. These are all, again, reactions to
Reaction.
you did to her. And
And
that's
I say this all the time. Candice do have a mouth. Sometimes Candice can't back up what she's saying. But I'ma stand on this where it says I honestly feel this way. Baby, Candice ain't started nothing
no.
with none of them ladies. Candice has never started no issue. Anytime you see Candice going off, it's because somebody has did something to her. And then you can tell that Gizelle snitched because she was like, "Oh yeah, we were gonna post talk about that because I went to you about me receiving these death threats." And Andy said, "Oh well, we can talk about it now." Andy is over Gizelle. Andy,
Yeah.
what we can talk about? What
I,
you got
I
to say?
I really hope so, because she is not that girl, and I hope that he really sees that, because she's ruining the show.
Yeah,
Since
she's definitely ruined the show. I feel like the producers are too, but yes, I feel like it's both the producers and Gizelle, because even with the producers, y'all have the ability to push past this, but you
Mhm.
kept letting them talk about it over and over and over again.
Yep.
But anyway, she talked about the death threats, whatever, child. This is when Robin decides to bring up the picture. So you want to say that there was a Chris limp? First of all, you trying to be shady by calling it limp. But this was his Chris limp penis going around. So Kim's like, what are you talking about?
How long did you look at this picture, Robin? You was looking too long.
What are you talking about?
Child.
Well, the girl came out, okay, Candice, she'll gave you, this was your third reason to know that she's not your friend. The
Ex-
fact that she's wanting your marriage to be in much disarray as hers. Because if she was truly your friend, no face, no case. Okay?
ex-
So there's no face there for you to say this belongs to this man. Unlike one, we see his name printed across something.
mm-hmm.
Unlike one, he admitted to, yes, I paid for her hotel room. Unlike one, we've seen him at the laundromat, at the nail shop. We saw his face everywhere. So you want to use a picture to assume and actually say this belongs to Chris? What Chris Payne look like for you to be so for sure that this peen belongs to him?
Right. How you know it belonged to him? Listen, I would be Letitia Scott and Kiki Palmer. Sorry to this man. I don't know whose penis this is. It don't have no man. It don't have no face on it. Just like the back on from Love and Marriage Huntsville ain't have the face on it. I don't want to see nobody's penis that I don't identify. I don't know who penis that is.
And
Girl,
to make matters worse, you double down. When the lady say, girl she ain't credible, everybody says it, including Andy. Here come Robin doubling down. But she came back and recasted her statement. Robin, why are you fighting this? Girl, this was a conversation you should have set out. And if Candice would have gave her the business, like what, and I wish she would have pulled the Karen. That's why she didn't stop being so emotional about every doggone thing and pull the Karen and be like, oh, okay. So kind of like what one doing. But tell me how you got through it. Since y'all so good for 28 years of knowing each other, give me some advice on how I get through with my man cheating and sending his peen pics to everybody. You an expert.
oh, you know.
You an expert. Help me out. You didn't have to curse her out, baby. You didn't have to shed a tear. Baby, that line alone would have shut Candice down for good.
I'm just tired of Candice crying and
She
all
got to
that.
stop crying.
Some people's natural reaction is to cry
Right.
when they're angry, and then they can't get their words together. But Candice, you sitting on a stage full of crazy, dumb, just obviously just ridiculous women. You have got to be quick with it. You got
Got to. And she's only quick when she's like in a calm state. If it's happening in real time, she's unable to be quick.
Mm-mm.
But then they kind of go back into the whole apology or whatever. Neither one of them. I feel like Candice gave an actual apology. Like, look, maybe I shouldn't have said this. I ain't taking credit or no accountability for them death threats because we all get them, and I am not responsible for what people say. But maybe I should have went so hard on you about the color of your skin. For Gizelle to never give an apology. Gizelle never apologized.
Gizelle don't never have to do nothing. It's crazy.
Oh, so this is it? Nobody said, okay, now Gizelle, she apologized. Your turn.
Nope.
But instead, she said, oh, well, I list off these whole lists, and this is all I get. You are evil. You are these things. Everything that she called off, and you are.
Girl, find a story next. That's what you need to do.
And you wanted her to grovel, and that's going back. You want her to grovel at your feet. Take
Exactly.
me back, Gizelle. Oh, how dare I go up against the Almighty? And because you never offered an apology, you never said anything.
Yeah.
But you're wanting her to be more accountable for her stuff, but you can't be accountable for yours.
Yeah, if I'm Candice, I would have been like, girl, next. Get you a storyline. Bye. What else I say? What else I say about you? And it's all true. Like she said.
And she said, no lies told. So
Mm-hmm.
anyway, it's time for Robin and Karen to kind of have they spit his facts. I didn't understand this. And they were talking over each other so much that it was kind of really hard for me to gauge what each other was saying. At the end, Andy wanted them to say 3 nice things about each other. I love Karen. Karen did that on purpose. But I said, oh, she's a really good friend to Gizelle. Karen knows what to do.
She's very strategic in how she shares her life. I mean, but it's like she really doesn't share anything. So it's like really strategic. Karen snitched on her like, Andy, you gonna keep on letting them get away
Right.
with nothing?
Karen did all of that on purpose. Because Karen could have said, Robin is very pretty. Robin is a good mother. She could have really repeated everything that she said to her. Karen clocked in, and I'm here for it. But
I'm still
whatever. Okay, so now we move on to the end, and it's time for us to get into Mia's storyline. Baby, when they break, and Mia's part-time lover turned full-time lover, FaceTime her with Gordon in the back, and they speaking to each other. And Mia is, I love you, and him, I love you more, baby. Like, what level of maturity is this? Because whatever it is, I don't want to ever be that mature in my life. What kind of level of maturity is going on? They talk, they come. Oh, you look good in your black.
child.
What? To where my part-time lover turned full-time lover is talking to my still now husband, who is behind me.
Mia is the real MVP.
Really is. She really is. So they're talking, child. And it's time to go into her storyline. They go back. They run her whole package. Mia says that they are living separate, but Gordon will be moving back to be across the street from Mia, they'll still be in separate apartments, penthouses, whatever you want to call it, but they'll just be living across the street from each other. And then Wendy brings up the fact that Gordon out here in these streets talking and saying that Ink is the real pappy of that baby.
You,
And Mia did not lie.
mm-hmm.
Oh, the only thing I was saying is Mia did not lie and said, "Oh, yeah, he thinks that."
Mm-hmm.
That's how it ended. Mia deserves first chair.
She does.
Mia deserves first chair.
Mm-hmm. Because Mia said, "What you're not about to do is spray me with my own tea."
With my own tea.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. You go ahead and you tackle this stuff right then and there, because now what they gonna do? Keep coming back saying, "Yeah, and remember when he came over?" Yeah, I know. I said.
I already said it.
Yeah, I already said it. So why are you saying it again? What else is going on? When you go ahead and attack it head on, it's no reason for you don't allow them any leverage.
Yep.
And what I like about, and Mia has so much story with her life that these girls don't know the half. I'm telling you, Mia got a lot of stuff with her. And
Mia have literally secured her spot. I can give her at least 3 to 4 seasons.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She has secured. She can talk about something different every time that's still going on in her life.
Mm-hmm.
And have a storyline each and every time it's time for them to redo the season and start over and renew. Baby, she has secured her spot. And that's why I say the producers are ruining the show, because y'all let Mia sit on this.
I don't think she was trying to sit on it. I think that they just were so busy surrounding the stupidity with Robin.
That's my point. That's let her sit on it.
Like, I get it. I love the fact that your daughter went to school, Gizelle, but we didn't need a whole, half of an episode talking about
Don't need a package about it.
Yeah, we didn't need that. We consistently are seeing that you have absolutely nothing going on. Here's what I would like to see with RHOP. I would love to see, and NECA, don't think you're slick. We didn't forget about you, because you had absolutely nothing going on. And Wendy, you chimed in here and there, but you need to come to work next season too, baby, because this whole shrine situation and current on. Yeah, we love your podcast and all that, but you need to come on with a story too, baby, because you're getting your body done and all that stuff that's done ran out. Okay, You look good. You're looking like the bomb girl. You're dressing nice, but baby, we need some story. Okay, here's what I would like to see. Surprisingly, y'all are gonna be surprised. I don't want Robin to get fired.
I agree with that.
I want Robin to be main cast, and I want Gizelle to be a friend of the show.
Yep, I actually agree with that.
I think Robin actually could get along. Actually, I would love to see Gizelle gone.
I was about to say that.
I think Robin could easily mingle with the ladies, and I think that she would actually show her story.
Yep.
If Gizelle wasn't there, if she was forced to mingle with the ladies.
I agree.
So I guarantee that will happen.
Yep, I totally agree with you, because I was going to go on the side of now fire Gizelle altogether, because Robin actually do have a storyline. Even if it comes out behind the paywall or not, she have a storyline. Gizelle haven't given us anything but fake boyfriends and crying because her daughter is going off to college. We have nothing. You talking about your father passing, but you're not talking about your father passing. You had this she-in of a fashion show. We have nothing to talk about with you. So I do feel like Gizelle do need to leave. I don't even feel like demote her. Remove her completely away from the show. Let Robin stand on her own. And I think we will see a different Robin.
I don't think that Robin and Gizelle are as close as they used to be. I think that clothing line was an indication of that, with her going on and doing another venture with Ashley. Because I think that Gizelle could sense that they were going to try to get rid of Robin. And she wasn't going to do anything to try to save her. Because I think in Gizelle's mindset, it's either me or her. And I'm going to make sure that it's not me. Because I felt that when she came up with that question of, but what did you think about him saying that she was attractive?
Beautiful. Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, so are you trying to help your friend and give her a life vest by saying, hey, say something about,
Talk about it.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
talk about it. Or I know she's going to sink her own ship because she's not going to talk about it. And she's going to keep on saying, I don't care. So that will just make them go towards her and I can hold on for another season.
Okay, I like that. I'm gonna raise you by 5. I actually think it's because she knows that Robin has no work ethic.
Mm.
And we've seen Robin, because even Gizelle got on her a couple of seasons ago, like, girl, why you not? It ain't nothing but an email. Just send the email. It just send the email and say, yes, I want my stuff in Macy's. Yes, I want my stuff in TJ Maxx. Yes, put my stuff in the beauty supply store. It's just an email.
Where
So
are where are they? She still selling them? Because baby, the hats is not covering no heads, okay?
I
And
guess
that
they over there with Destiny's Milani shop. I guess that's where they at.
babe. Mm.
They all mingling together. And here's the reason why, again, and she still haven't opened up her facial spa, whatever thing she got going on. I'm with you on that, and I agree, and I'm gonna raise it up till she also knows that Robin has no work ethic.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Has absolutely none.
Robin is miserable. That's all it is. Robin is miserable. She has been miserable since day one. She talking about she had seasonal depression. No, Robin probably caught Juan cheating again.
Yep.
And that's why you were in the bed depressed because
Mm.
you know he's out here cheating on you all the time. Girl, stop.
Yep. Lee says, to be honest, I blame Chris for being so thirsty to be around the girls. They wouldn't have been able to use him to come at Candice. He didn't need to have a combo with Gizelle about women business. I would agree with that. And let me say this about Chris and Candice. I think that's why they're good for each other. I feel like they're so optimistic about people and want to see the good in everybody. And that's not a bad trait to have, I guess. That's debatable, but I think because they do carry that so strongly, he thought that he'll be able to have a conversation with her, and she used it against him and
Yeah.
used the heart.
Listen, I just think that Candice and Chris had the wrong mindset. None of these people are your
They're
friends.
not your friends. I agree. And that's the end of episode part 1 of Reunion. Baby, part 2 is going to be even better because Gordon is coming out, and I am ready to hear what he has to say. This is going to be good. One thing I will say, and we can move on, I do feel like Candice, for me, her walking away, I do feel like this was the best thing that she probably could have done. And only way I'm okay if she could, I mean, I don't care either way, either way. Let me put that out there. But I think Gizelle needs to be gone for her to come back. And the reason why I say that is because they're not going to hold her responsible for anything.
No.
They're not going to hold her responsible. And I agree. I feel like she'll forever be fighting a uphill battle.
Mm-hmm.
She'll forever to be fighting one because they're not going to see it her way. They're
No.
going to blame her. Nobody's going to take any accountability. And I do, like she even said, it's crazy that I'm having to defend what you did. And nobody wanted to hear her. So I'm not mad at her walking away.
I think Candice, this is the end of the road for her. I don't think that this really suits her anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Her now, she's very talented. She's doing movies, she's singing. Well, are those checks equaling up to what she's making here? Probably not.
Probably.
But one thing she has is that she has a good background. She don't need this show. She was wealthy before this show even came about. She was living in a $3 million townhouse.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, I mean $1 million+ townhouse rather down in the National Harbor. So at this point, Girl, do what you want to do. Do what your heart desires. You don't need this show, and I think that that's the problem that they have for her, and I think they forget that.
Yeah.
And is the cat is their storyline. They're
Mm.
latching onto her, and now they have to have their own storylines.
Gotta
I'm glad.
stand on your own. I'm glad she's leaving too, and I also feel like too that with this whole situation with the Chris, Candice, and everything, I commend her for walking away because I do not like. I'm shaking the table a little bit for you not to like your cast members on other show, and it's just so bad. And they need to fire the whole cast and bring her family on. If she was that bad off, then she'll just leave. That
Exactly.
person take a page out of Candice's book. If
Mm-hmm.
it's really as bad as you think it is and say it is, and getting on your
Child,
Instagram lives and everything, get off the show.
get off it.
Get,
Leave.
if it ain't worth it, is it worth the squeeze?
Mm-mm.
Is it at the end of the day? And I commend her, be like, girl, you know what? Y'all can have this. I may not be making the money that I'm making over here because it's a cute little coin, but baby, it ain't worth it. I'm not ready to fight with y'all every day.
No.
Over my back. I ain't finna go and whether it's his brown penis or not. I'm to do this.
Mm-mm. Because you don't have to. No, I'm no longer going to be a clown in your show. Goodbye.
Yep. I agree with that. I think Candice may be pregnant too.
I think she is too.
I think Candice is pregnant.
I can, you know what? I can find out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know who would do
The
her photo.
photos.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I think she's pregnant too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But that was it. I will be back for part 2 next week. All right, friend, you want to do Love and Marriage Huntsville or you want to do DC? Which one?
We can probably do both of them back to back because
Okay.
the Diddy situation probably ain't gonna take long. Hell, he just need to go and go to jail.
Pretty much. I
But
think DC and Love and Marriage Huntsville are going to take long. DC gave absolutely nothing. Let
it
me
did.
say,
It
I
didn't.
finished the entire episode.
The only thing that I saw that was remotely a girl, are you crazy moment was Ashley in the very beginning when she's having that conversation with Joy. She talking all this mess about Clifton and how he's a sassy one, he a bieiei, and she ain't never gonna have no relationship with him and blah blah blah. Let me tell you something. There is no way that I would be sitting in your lap hugging you. I'd be like, look here, little bitch. What you're not about to do is sit here talking about my husband, okay? You got one more time to call him a sassy one, okay? My husband ain't sassy. He's very alert. He sees through your bullshit, okay? Ashley thinks that everybody has to be her friend. Like everybody wants her. And like she said when she met up with when she was sitting there with her husband afterwards, she was like, everybody wants my D. Girl,
Nobody wants it.
nobody be your friend.
This is my biggest takeaway. The Ashley and Joy situation was super weird.
Very.
And I thought that he was aggressive. Isn't that what you told the masses? So how do you go from being aggressive to sassy? Which one it was going to be? Because even Joy said, "Oh, you thought he was aggressive." Well, I really thought he was sassy.
It was
Aggressive and sassy are two totally different things.
it was one disrespectful comment after the next. And there is no way that I would sit there. And I think that Joy actually was very mature in the
Yes,
situation.
I
Because
agree.
like, okay, well, this is my husband. She did
Mhm.
for a little, hey there, hello, stop it, knock it off.
Yeah.
So we piped down, was like, well, I know you missed me. And it's like, girl, what? Y'all was about to fight in your basement. Like,
Literally a few months ago, y'all were about to throw down.
I'm like, okay, y'all like it. I love it. Joy, you just as crazy as a June bug. Y'all acting like y'all were best friends. Like y'all just started getting to know each other. So now y'all all in love?
But here's the thing: this conversation could have happened episodes ago.
Absolutely.
I don't feel like should have taken to this point. You actually said all this crazy stuff about her for you to say, "Oh, I do like you," and I did miss you. Girl, you could have said that in the beginning.
But what did you miss about her? Y'all don't
You
know it.
talked about how she dressed. You like,
Child, whatever. So yeah, them two are crazy as a June bug. Then quick talking about somebody, yeah, I'm surprised Ashley met up with her, but like I'm not never talking to like Cliff. Like I don't never gotta talk to him.
and there was another thing, like you're repeating everything Ashley is saying. You can tell he have no mind of his own. And in this situation, anyway, I'll be fair. In this situation, he has no mind of his own because even at the book signing, you're like, yeah, because he's a sassy man. And wasn't he sassy? Baby, you look kind of sassy doing this while you talking about him. If this where we gonna go, and you can't have a conversation because he's sassy or because he's aggressive. Because y'all don't know which word y'all want to use.
Inch high private eye Quicksilver need to be quiet. Like, just stop. You do not wear the pants in your house. It's very clear. You
As Cliff said.
encouraging foolishness with your wife. It's you're done. This whole show is just getting crazy. Like, I mean, the next scenes was basically just that we got little Jamie talking to Ashley about his friend that
Yeah.
unfortunately I was definitely sorry to hear that. Then they go into Ashley talking about her mother. I did love how her sister was like, you gotta decide to move on.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to hold your mother is being stubborn, you're being stubborn. You waiting on your mother to apologize for so-called leaving you. You feel that your mother left you, which is okay. You're entitled to that. However, your mother is not going to apologize. So you need to make a choice.
Let
Do
it
you
go.
live with your mother or do you want an apology?
Mm-hmm.
Apology, that's not happening. So that means you're not going to have a relationship with your mother. Like, pick a struggle.
Yeah. I agree. It didn't give too much. I felt like, oh, and I know this is gonna sound insensitive, but even trying her and Jamie trying to have this deep conversation, it did not give. It did not land.
Yeah, it was awkward. I was like, y'all are not that close.
Close, right? Like y'all trying to have this whole kumbaya moment. I'm like,
Mm-mm. I get it. Arena and Jamie trying to make it seem like their kids are just so super dope and cool. Like everybody wants to be around them. Like everybody knows them. But they're still your kids. Like I don't really see grown ass people in their 30s like pining after your children to talk
right.
advice. Like it's kind of weird. But hey, I guess they just trying to get little Jamie a check. They trying to get him as much screen time as possible. And I can't be mad at them for that. But
I ain't mad at it either. And that was it.
yeah,
She
that
had
was
a book signing, child. Nobody read the book.
no.
Um, nobody read the book. Like you said, Ashley met up with her mama. They trying to figure out who gonna apologize first. The end. We can move on to love and marriage. Unless you got something else, friend. You got something else to add on?
No, you got it all pegged. So y'all, we go into Stormy Steele. Okay. Stormy Stormy has been on chases on the case, chasing after compliments, chasing after accolades, okay? It's just getting very ridiculous. Like I saw another content creator doing a video on her and her stuff with this leg glaze. I feel like it's leg glaze because all I ever see her doing is putting it on her damn legs, shining them up like chicken. I'm just like, girl, do you have any other products? Can I see you greasing a scalp? Isn't this a hair company?
Why is she pushing it? Side note, why is the body oil or whatever it's called being pushed so heavily?
Girl, she said that's her new what she call it, flagship product. I don't know. I thought this was a hair company, not a glazing a leg like a donut company. I don't know. You kind of going off of your whole thing.
I agree.
The thing is with Stormy is craving attention more than she is wealth. And that's a problem because attention is not going to pay your bills, honey. And that is one hell of a drug. Being a celebrity and getting all of this attention or whatever that you're seeking. No, baby, nobody knows you. You're trying to get out here and be seen and be known, but on your plight to do that, you feel the need to try to pull others down. Like you taking pictures with Destiny's broke ass, hanging out with the Scots. You're trying to infiltrate the
So her and the Scots back hanging out?
I guess so. Yeah, they were at Black, I think, with Destiny. And Destiny, hangs out with them. And then she's trying to infiltrate the Fletchers or whatever. So, well, Destiny is rather. It's like all of y'all are trying to band together and be friends you're on this consistent mission to get rid of Mel. And it's like, I really pity the fool that keeps on trying this journey. None of y'all are winning. It's like every time they try to come after this lady, I would leave her alone. If I was them, I'd find a new angle. Because every time y'all fuck with her, she end up making another bag.
So do you think Stormy or the cast wants to remove Mel?
Absolutely. I think Carlos King doesn't want Mel on the show anymore. If he could get rid of her, he would. I think Carlos is jealous of Mel through all of he's another one that chases accolades too. Mr. I've been doing reality TV for over 15 years and da 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 da. Okay, I'm the king of reality TV. I'm this, that, and the third. It's like you're leaning more into your hosting life
Mm-hmm.
than your TV shows, because your TV shows are going to SHI. It's just trash to me. But yeah, Stormy is over here cruising for compliments and accolades, and she's blaming the millimeters for the bad comments on her website. But it's people that are saying that they haven't gotten their products since last year. So you're not shipping people's products out, but you're blaming the millimeters, saying that they going on there doing fake bad reviews. It's no, your customer service is bad. Stormy is pushing the body glaze because she can no longer sell her canvas beauty due to her lawsuit with a debtor. So she's hawking this new beeswax stuff to the masses, which has been
Not beeswax.
wow. Mm. Yeah, I saw it on Alibaba, but she came on.
Really?
Yeah. She came on and went live talking about something. Y'all are always doing stuff trying to tear people down or whatever. And like, again, blaming the millimeters. I'm like, girl, that ain't a millimeter. That's a very intuitive person. It ain't got to be a millimeter. It's just you out here bragging and boasting about all the things that you're doing. So people are going to look into it. It's a lot of curious folks out here.
But let me say this, baby. If uh she by Sheree wasn't above being called out on the Alibaba and the she is of it all, what makes you think you're exempt, friend?
Why do you think that you are exempt? Why do you think that?
And they are on a way bigger platform with way more viewers, and they called her out. You think that you can't get called out?
She's an idiot.
I'm just asking.
She's an idiot. I don't know. I don't know what people think is going. I don't know what people think really is going on here. But Love and Marriage Huntsville, the
I'm
child.
gonna offer this. I'm gonna disagree on one thing, which is I don't think that the cast wants to get rid of Melody because they need Melody. Who are you going to talk about? What are your storyline is going to be centered around? Who are you going to love to hate or love to dislike or love to have a scuffle with about something? And that's even with the Skies 1.0 and 2.0. I think they need Melody there to keep their storyline or life being shown. So I this is just me. I know y'all gonna come for me, but in my opinion, I don't think that they really want her off the show because they don't want to show their life like that. They need Melody there to tell her business, to say why she wrong and the bad friend and the bad everything else. That's just my opinion. I don't think that they want her off the show because they need her. Stormy, Scott's, I'll say I'll be confident in saying that. Stormy, I kind of don't know her play as to what is her real backing for the stuff that she's doing and why she's going about it. This is my first time hearing about it. Y'all know I'll be over there in them little Mary Huntsville streets, child. So
You know what? The only reason I even said anything about it is because I do follow Stormy on my Instagram. And
I
I was
follow her too.
yeah, and so I saw a post that she did and I was like, "Girl, is this what we doing?" And that's what made me do the video. I was like, we got to talk about this real fast cuz this is just getting ridiculous. What is going on? But yeah, and then I looked, of course, now other people, other content creator stuff came up in my feed. And some people that be going on her. It's one young lady, and I'm not gonna say her name, but she annoys the fuck out of me. I'm like, girl, do you got to go in on the lady like that?
Yeah.
Like, we got to find something else to talk about, baby. For a whole hour going in on her nose and this. I'm
Oh
like,
Lord.
I'm like, okay, the girl, I don't know. And then and it's just the personality behind the person talking about it too. I'm just like, you just strike me as a person that's very annoying and likes to start shit with people. But anyway, I digress. I think that Stormy, you know, she has every right to want to be financially successful and to want to be seen or whatever. But you gotta pick one.
Yeah.
Like, everybody is not going to be like, oh my gosh, it's Stormy Steele, the hair lady.
You're
Like,
right.
Judy, she that owns Kaleidoscope, which is probably quadruple the size of Canvas Beauty, right? She's not out here trying to be in the public eye. The only time that she was trying to be out here and be seen is in the beginning when she was trying to get her
Right.
there. That was when her and Super was doing those commercials together and
Mhm.
getting celebrities in it so that she can get more eyes on her product. She wasn't trying to get eyes on her, but she knew people was looking at her ass. So she used that as a tool to, oh, you want to see me? Okay, I'm going to make it funny, not
Yeah.
myself, and it's gonna be about y'all edges. Everything was like them policing people's edges. Now she not even all up in the videos. She
Yeah.
does advertise, which she really don't even have to anymore. It's all about the product. She pushes her product through people and she does things for people. She gives money away. She takes care of people. That's somebody that really is rooted in generational wealth in their business, not trying to be popular. And that's why Stormy is having issues financially, in my opinion, because you're focusing on the wrong thing. You're too busy focusing on trying to be seen than trying to make more money.
G baby, who baby shook the table, child, and says, I'm rooting for everyone black. So I do not believe in tearing down anyone's business,
No.
way up, living down. The mellow meters are to blame. They are the ones talking about her looks.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, I don't agree with talking about the girl's looks. She is a beautiful woman, but I do stand behind her priorities are in the entirely wrong place. And here's my thing. Get off of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Get off Love and Marriage Huntsville if the millimeters are such a problem for you. If you're not on the show, nobody will be paying you any attention like that. And that'll give you more time to focus on your business because she constantly says that she's this marketing guru. Okay, go back to what you were doing before, marketing your product, not worrying about this TV show. Why
Yeah,
would you to do something that's causing you so much stress?
I agree. And that kind of go back to what I said earlier. But I'll say this about Stormy. I've never felt like Stormy was a good fit for
Mm-mm.
Love and Marriage Huntsville. I've always been get her off the show simply because she always been too sensitive about a lot of stuff that was happening, what was going on, and people coming against her. And it's one of them things. If you gonna be on TV, girl, you gonna have to get some thick skin and stop playing. But I've never thought that she was good for TV. I agree. I am not going to tear down her business.
No.
At all. And I think that it is okay to have a little compassion when it comes to her. And people don't like when I say this about Stormy, but this is my personal opinion. Um, she did make a good point. She got rich very quick.
Mm-hmm.
And all of this stuff, she really did become an overnight sensation. And I think that is something that this is my personal opinion. If you've never made $100,000, I don't think nobody has the right to talk about her making millions of dollars in one day, and I stand on it. I 100% thousand nair stand on that. If you haven't even made your first $100,000 in your business, please do not go over here and tell this woman what
Right.
she needs to do, and she's making millions of dollars or made that much money in one day. That is a lot to take in.
Period.
And that's a lot of orders that you're having to do. Now, that doesn't mean that she don't deserve the smoke of saying, girl, get your house in order.
Right.
That
Exactly.
don't mean she don't need to say that, girl, get your house in order. Send these folks their stuff. Hire more people. Even if you have to go through what is called temporary agent, whatever the thing is called.
Right.
Even if you have to go through them and say, look, I only need y'all about a month or two because I got all this stuff coming in, I got to give it out. I think she definitely needs to handle her business, but I've had the conversation with some of the fans, and they were in agreement of it's okay for them to call Target. I'm like, y'all, but it's not. It's not okay.
I'm not. Let me say this. I will never take I don't really have enough time in the day as it is. And I'm going to take my time that is very valuable to call on somebody's shit that I ain't never bought. Absolutely not. These fans, whether it's Love and Marriage Huntsville, Real Housewives of Potomac, Atlanta, any of these shows, you're doing too much. Watch the show and that's it. Now,
Mm-hmm.
one say, well, Shay, you just made comments about her being. No, I'm basically I'm just merely observing the fact that if you on the internet always complaining about something or it's really pissing you off or these people doing this and that and the third and it's affecting your business, get off the show.
Yeah, I agree.
It's
Leave.
hurting you. Your priorities are in the wrong
Yeah.
place. Your business the priority. It's like you're trying to prove to everybody that you that girl. If you really are that girl and you really making the coins and you don't need this, get off the show.
Leave the show. Please leave the show. And I think that your inheritance should be more important
Exactly.
than you having 100,000 people to watch the show. For me, it seemed like it should be more important than that. But I agree. She
Mm-hmm.
do need to get her house in order, but I don't think it should go to the level of what some of the fans are doing. Not all, but some of the fans are doing. I don't think that is fair. Alf, MC, what's up, Alf? It's been a minute. She said, I'm gonna tear down your business when I see your products. Oh my gosh. Oh, Alibaba for $2.03, and you're pushing a jar for $25, but your customer service sucks, and there's no refund policy. I'm gonna say this. Alf, you my girl. I like you. You one of the day ones. Everybody's stuff comes from Alibaba.
Yeah.
Candy Burst, her tagline, all of that stuff is from Alibaba. Everything. Rashida stuff, Alibaba. All of their stuff is coming over there. I work in the logistics department. 99.9999% of our stuff is made in China.
Mm-hmm.
And they're making it pennies on the dollar.
But I want to say this. To everybody that's saying it's $2.03. Yes, it's $2.03 on there until you add on the $20+ for shipping. Because the reality is, unless you're buying large quantities of it, because you gotta buy like 1,000 of them to get a
Mm-hmm.
price, and then once you
That's
pay
true.
to get it over here, then it becomes $15 a jar. You get what I'm saying? So it's still less than the 25, but if you sure, too can have some lead glaze if you buy 1,000 of them. And that,
And that's why I brought up what I do, because I see the invoices. I'm
yeah.
telling y'all, every time you get over here to the good USFA, baby, it is a 7 to 80% markup.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling y'all, I
Yep.
wouldn't lie to you. All of this stuff is made. We house and make nothing over here. And the company I work for, baby, we have every brand you can think of, from the biggest to the luxuries, all the way down to the mom and pop shop. We are an international company.
Mm-hmm.
International. We are everywhere. So I think that it is some that say, we can't hate on Stormy for getting something from the Shein app, but we're not mad at Candy or Rashida or anybody else for doing the exact same thing.
Well, I think the problem is, and if I'm clear, is Candy and Rashida are admitting that they're not
Right.
saying the original. Stormy said that she made those products herself in her kitchen, so or
Not
her,
in the kitchen.
her warehouse or whatever. So I think that's people's problem. They she lying.
And
So
I agree with that. I agree.
I think when people look those things up and find that, I don't think that that's necessarily along the lines of the crazy Inspector Gadget people. That's just a, hey, you're lying. I
Right.
go support you. I'm buying this, but hey, I happen to be on Alibaba and I saw something that looks similar to what the hell you selling me now. You told me you made this.
Right.
Who made it first? You or him? Because somebody made it. And I don't think it was you.
Right. And I agree. And that's why I started off by saying that, oh, she definitely needs to hear, girl, get your house in order.
Yeah.
Oh, she definitely needs to hear that. And she do need to go in and fix a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She do. I'm not saying that she's perfect. I'm not saying she's doing everything right. She got a lot of coming up to do. But I also feel like it shouldn't go to the extent that some of the fans go through when
No,
it comes to
it ain't never that.
her stuff.
Yeah,
So
it ain't never that deep. So I just, I actually like. I mean, I don't really know the lady like that, but I liked the story in the beginning. I
yeah,
respect her business ethic. I want her to be successful. Like, Black woman, please keep doing it, keep
yeah,
pushing. But you gotta give better customer service. Like, you gotta
you gotta do
out.
better.
You have to, like, if something goes wrong, hell, it's been like in the last 2 months, I have had so many shipping issues. I'll go and it's one place I'm dropping packages off there, and they would take like a week to. It would look like I hadn't even dropped the package off, and they
What?
would a week to even give it to the postal service person or the UPS person. But I was taking it to a Staples because you receive packages or whatever. So more recently there was an order, really sweet woman that she's ordered from me like 5 times, which I'm going to still send her package. I refunded her money, but
Mm-hmm.
found they had the package. I had to go to the Staples, and the package was like under the desk somewhere. And it had been 2 weeks and they never shipped my package. So you making me look bad to my customers. But I'm taking it there because it's convenient for me for the time of day from when I get off and stuff. So now I gotta work around making sure I can go to an actual facility so that I can provide better customer service. But you
Right.
gotta communicate these things to your people. You know,
Mm-hmm. I agree.
could be having things going on that's interrupting her shipping, but you have to then make adjustments like
Yeah,
I did. I'm a small business. I've adjusted
I
because my reputation means so much more to me than all this negative potential negativity. Like, no.
I agree. And I think because you own your social media so much, there's nothing to shoot out an email, because I know you have an email list. There's nothing for you to get on your social media and make a post, your TikTok, or anything to say something. So I agree with what everybody is saying. I'm not saying Stormy is doing it. I'm not saying that. I agree. And what Lee said that she think highlighted, sorry. I think people tired of Stormy trying to come. in as she's something that she's not. Instead of her just being her authentic, you can tell she overly tried to prove herself and compare herself to others. I
Mhm.
agree. I think, and let me say this, because one thing I did like about Stormy when she was her authentic self, I liked the fact that she was a ghetto girl.
Mhm.
I liked it. And when
Yep.
she was like, "What's up? What's that?" You don't like, that's who Stormy was. But she cried when the people told her that. So now you came on, you changed your tone, you changed how you talk, and you wanted to put everything about your money. Don't nobody care that you have this much money.
Right.
And I feel like her and Courtney have a good storyline to A, they can show their business, and B, the fact that you're wanting a child and he don't. That is a great storyline.
That's what you need to talk about. Talk about your life, not over here trying to prove that you better than other people or that they
And prove that you the most millionaire of all. And I know I made that word up, but like you're trying too hard to prove that you're this girl. Okay, we get it. You made a name for yourself. I
right.
think that it's great for you to say you was able to do this without a platform. That
Mhm.
ain't too bad of a shabby to
Right.
have of a bragging right. That's
Right.
a great accomplishment to
Mhm.
say that. Okay, we got it. We understood. Let's move on.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's all I'm saying. You know, I loved Stormy's hair oil that she had. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to the store tomorrow and see if some of her stuff is in the store, because if she had her stuff in Target and in Walgreens and I think Walmart too. So she
Yes,
has
yes.
this,
Her stuff is still there.
yeah, so it's like, I mean, I will feel bad if this glaze has to be her main source of income now, because she can't sell her hair products, and hair products is what she's known for.
Yeah.
But all at the end of the day, I think that Stormy, I don't know if she's looking at, I think that the problem is people see through the fact that she's looking at Mel like, who the fuck do you think you are?
Hmm.
Like, who do you think you are? Yeah, you started this business, or you could have been, you became a millionaire at 25, all this stuff you keep saying, but I still got more money than you. I'm still doing better than you. And the reality is, you don't need to. Why do you need to feel like you're doing better than Mel? Let's say you do have more money than her. Great. Have more.
Right.
You don't need her to acknowledge that you are more successful than her.
I
What
agree.
It's like she's seeking for Mel to say, "Hey Stormy, I see you and you're doing better than me. You're better than me." Like she needs her to say that. And it's like, I don't need that from somebody. All I
Right.
need is my checks to cash. Give me my money. Give me my money. That's all
Yeah.
I care about. I don't care what nobody else doing.
And I feel like her using this as I want to be famous is going to be her biggest downfall.
It is.
I honestly, and this just me, I don't feel like it's not the fact that she ain't shipping out these products on time. It is going to be the fact that she wants to be this look at me in your face famous type person. And that's going to be her downfall. And it's beginning to be her downfall now. I also feel like too, if she was this big, great marketing genius, she would actually team up with
Mm-hmm.
them, and y'all can do a body oil body glaze combo, you know, and both of y'all stuff will go off and through the roof, and if she was just that good of if you was really about your dollar like you say you is because you love to brag on it, it's your money, do you boo, whatever. Then for me, I'm thinking bottom line. For me as a businesswoman, but what you heard about this show, girl, let's get to this shmoney.
Exactly. Attach yourself.
Let's get to the shmoney. Let's get to this bag.
Right.
Girl, you got this big old following. I got this huge following too. Let's tag team. Let's cross.
Attach yourself to the right people with the best work ethic, because
Yep.
you can see the Scots don't have the work ethic. They
Yep.
got that car and they leave everything to the nephew to take care of it. They not over there doing what they supposed to do, except whatever they doing in that back room to hide it from their wives. Then you got Tisha and her hair product line. She can't even fathom enough brain cells to create her own return policy on her website,
Yep.
uh policies on her website, and lying about that. and copying it off your website. She don't have no work ethic either.
Yeah.
You know, she started podcasts, started trying to do speaking engagements. You doing everything everybody else is doing. You're not doing anything that's unique to you and
You
sticking.
don't know who she is or
She-
what she is. She don't know.
So, but these are the people that you attaching yourself to.
Yep.
Because they done told you in your head, oh, the best way to be seen is to, again, you're more worried about being seen. So they're telling you, oh, you'll get more camera time if you go against Mel. That's stupid. If you came on here really worrying about your business and this is in a sense a free commercial to you, that I would have been attaching myself to Mel.
Yeah. And I feel like because they left off the season seeming okay, let me say that. I don't know what goes on behind the scene, but
Mm-hmm.
seemingly to be like they really don't have no real beef. Y'all biggest thorn is her mama. But
Right.
between them two, they don't have a beef. I feel like this should have been Stormy time for her to have a behind the scene conversation and be
Exactly.
like, look, girl, let's see what we can do, and move on. I think that she will actually be a force to be reckoned with by going over and let me say this. I don't feel like everybody got to be team Mel. Let me say that. I
You
don't
don't.
feel that way, but I do feel like you should do what's best for the show
Right.
and what's best for you as an individual person and business, and how I can continue to get my money to come in by the boatload.
Exactly.
And by both of you guys having good big products that are doing very well, selling very well, to me, it ain't even rocket science. This is elementary school work. We need to team up.
And baby, let me tell you something about the millimeters. The millimeters got the coins, okay?
And they're buying stuff.
Melody's Mimosas with Mel event, I think it was like 500 and something dollars a ticket or something like that, or 300. I think the cheapest ticket was like 300 and something. Then there was one for 5 and then something for 700 if I'm not mistaken. So them millimeters and that room was packed. So when Carlos King was up on there with his little $30 a ticket or whatever, talking about some the raindrops, hell, it wasn't not one piece of rain in there, period. Okay. Everybody was a millimeter in there, and those people sold them tickets out in like a couple of days. Not
Wow, that's good.
so she has with all that being said, she has a great fan base. They really ride for her. Like
They do.
ride just as hard as Beyonce fans, child.
Yep.
But so that's what I'm saying. If Stormy is a marketing genius, right?
Like she say.
See that. You will see, okay, this person has a great fan base,
Yep.
got a coin, they will pay for my products. I'm riding with her.
That's
And
my whole thought. Forget the
both,
bull crap.
yeah, you can check off both boxes. I want to be famous and I want to make money. That's where the lane you go in. That's just being intelligent.
And I think it's okay. And one thing I would give Stormy hasn't been caught up in the you over here telling my business to the Scots and the Scots over here, and you
Right.
over here telling my business to Mel. I think that Stormy could have been that anchor who could be the neutral person that can still be friends with Melody and still be friends with the Scots. I
That
feel like she could have been that person because again, she don't have a real beef with actually nobody on this show, to be honest. But since we're talking about the male situation, this was your time to be like, oh, with you know,
but
keep that. Oh, and Mel either. I feel like she could have been that anchor right down the middle to where she could have been a neutral person. She could have been a Cynthia in the group.
the problem is Stormy has a need to stick it to you. She wanted Mel to say that she didn't want her to be friends. She's like, cause you didn't want me to be friends with them. That's what it is. Why you can't just say that? You don't need her to say that. All you had to do was on camera. If you strategic and smart enough marketing, you could have said on camera, hey, you know what? We have a good friendship. And like you said to me, you wanted me to become friends with them on my own and, figure out how I feel about them. Remember when you said that? That's
Right.
when that's how you hold
That's
Melody.
how you should have did it. Yeah, I agree with that.
So if she starts to do some bullshit and act like different from what y'all talked about, then you can check her over that.
And be like, but we had this conversation. You told me to get to know them. I got
Exactly.
to know them and I like them. Just like I like you. I think that it should have been a thing. But y'all ain't ready for that conversation. I'm gonna move on. That's all you got, friend.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
Because
So,
I was about to say something about that Queen Bee, but we gonna move on.
oh,
We gonna move on.
yeah, you
Cause
don't do that now because you get, they might strike your channel.
okay, child. So all in all, let me say this when it comes to Love Marriage Huntsville. Y'all know I have took 15,000 steps back from this show. So I can tell you what's going on. And the only reason why I saw this, because I saw my girl did a video about it. So I said, okay, tell me what's going on, friend. Give me the tea.
Mhm.
Outside of not, because I was very clear about the fact that I am done with this. But I'll say this. We know, we talked about this, I think last week or the week before last, that we know all the shows have been rebooted. Carlos told us the beginning of the year, everything had got greenlit. I don't know if they're filming or not. Y'all have to tell me that because, like I said, I'm not paying attention. I don't know. I do feel like Carlos needs to take a page out of Andy's book instead of him always trying to offer so much advice to Andy, which is we need to come to this season sucked. He
Mhm.
needs to tell them this. Y'all last season sucked. And we need to find a way to push and move. If you're not finna fire nobody on that cast and you want to keep your core six, as how Kimmy liked to coin it, then you need to pull the Andy and say, we need to come to a resolution before we leave this stage. And if
Right.
we don't, baby, I'm giving you your pink slip, and here go your pink slip, and here go yours. And but you're not doing this, Carlos. There's
The-
no reason why nobody should have walked away without resolving something.
Martell should have been the one getting the daggone pink slip.
And I agree.
Yeah, he should not be allowed to film at all because at this point, you are just harassing this woman,
I
like
agree.
honestly.
And
And
he needs to be the first person on the fire list.
yeah, and he needs some mental help. Like he needs some assistance because at this point, this has to be medical. Like he needs some attention for what the heck he's doing because not nobody in their right mind should be acting the way that he's acting. He needs
Mhm.
a jacket that cross arms like this at this point. That's white. And
I,
yeah,
I actually agree with that. I agree. He needs to be the first one fired, the very first one fired, and he needs to push it. And I feel like that's for everybody. That's just not for the Scots and
mm,
Stormy to do better. No, that needs to go for Melody to everybody. Some y'all need to find a resolve. Y'all
yeah,
need to talk. Y'all need to fix this because it's going to get to the point of who you're going to film with. You can
exactly.
still be the most loved person, Melody, but if you're not filming with nobody, because guess what? The Scots still have a fan base.
Yeah, they do.
They still got one. Stormy still have a fan base.
Mm-hmm.
Destiny still. We had somebody here said they like Destiny. Destiny still have a fan base. It may not be as big as Melody, but they have one.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of think that everybody needs to try to figure out a way to make this work and get back to what it was originally was supposed to be about. But Chad, that's my last 2 sentences on this doggone show, and I guess we'll see how it go from there.
Girl, I ain't got nothing else to say either. I guess. So when did he go into jail, child?
Uh,
When is this man going to jail? Because I just, as I watched Nick Cannon did an interview with Iyanla where he was kind of skating around. How do I respond? Because he's been nothing but a brother to me. And I get it. People are that Diddy hasn't done anything but good things for and didn't jab him in the booty hole. You know, I think that they have a blind allegiance to him. But that those that know.
Here's my thing. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And people have been talking about Diddy for years. This hasn't came out yesteryear. Like, this been years since they've been talking about Diddy. So for me, in my opinion, even if you never slighted me, never tried me in the bedroom, never tried to give me some alleged drugs or whatever the case may be, I don't think it's fair to come out in his defense. I think the best thing to do if you don't want to say nothing is A, don't say nothing. And then B, if you're going to talk about it and say, you know, I don't know enough about the situation, but I want to be respectful for the people who saying this. And until this come out that he's not guilty because of evidence, then we'll talk. But you're taking up for him by saying, well, he was good to me, so it don't matter what happens to everybody else. Right. That's what I hear when Diddy says stuff like this. Oh, because I ain't never had to do with nothing to do with it, so oh well.
And that's the crazy thing about black people. That's what it is. There's a lot of black people doing that. That not I ain't snitching mentality. That's what allows these people to be doing this sick stuff as long as they doing it. We gotta stop that.
Right.
You gotta go on and tell on the uncle that's being inappropriate, the auntie that's being inappropriate, the cousin.
Tell it.
You got to start telling it. We have to start breaking these generational curses.
I agree. And I want us to stop using skin color. Oh, they just want to go after the black man.
No.
Diddy was black when he was doing all of these said allegedly things to these men and women. He knew he was a black man then. So I don't want us to bring up the complexion of his skin. Oh, we're trying to tear down the black community. Diddy knew what he was doing.
And did you ever notice with Diddy? I don't know if anybody ever paid attention to this. None of his artists are successful.
None.
His music business really wasn't like a huge deal. Where is this man getting his money from?
But he's been stealing off the back. And let's take away the sexual allegations. Let's just take that part away. He's been a bad guy regardless, even in business. I said that on one of my videos. Like, all of his artists are dead, homeless, broke.
Right. So
one of them.
And that's why that brings the question of, if I'm these top tiered artists, why am I hanging out with you? Because what can you do for me? You none of your artists have made it. I'm actually signed to another label. Why am I hanging out with you? What am I going to get out of this? And why would I let you take me to Booty Town and blackmail me over it? Why would I do that?
Right.
That I saw some foul play afoot, I would be like, man, I don't feel good. I got to go home. Right. If I party with one of my friends, I'm famous already. I don't need Diddy. If I'm like artists like Meek Mills, which is somehow caught up in all this stuff, Usher was, all these different people, top name people that were far beyond celebrity at this point, beyond Diddy. Why are you going around him and allowing him to jeopardize your image or blackmail you and saying, yeah, because I stole that booty cherry and I'll tell somebody and I got pictures. Right. And that's that in the industry all the time. That was a thing. Like, they would, snatch people's butt chuck and say they're going to tell somebody. But don't put yourself in positions where you need to be doing that.
Right. But here's the thing with that. Because Gabby said he was only famous when Biggie was alive. Outside of that, he's never been that big and all of his albums flop. I'm glad she brought this up because I feel like he's still living off Biggie money. And for me, that shows you how of a horrible person he is, because his daughter never got into that money, or his mama.
Wow.
And you're living and still eating, but your kids still eating off Biggie. Only child that's doing good by Biggie is the one she had with Faith Evans, but that's because Faith Evans' career continued to flourish. But you don't see nothing about about Biggie's daughter.
Wow.
You saw nothing. Even Biggie mom, before she passed away, I feel like she passed away. I ain't killed her off, y'all. I'm sorry if I did, but I thought she passed away. But even she was fighting up against him at one point. You're a horrible person.
Yeah.
And somebody said that he owns all their masters. He turned the masters over, but he did that last year. Here's the got you. What difference does it make in me turn this over to you in 2024 when it ain't producing the money that it did in 1999?
But I think also, who was it? Was it Jay? I think Jay-Z bought, never mind. Jay-Z bought DMX's masters and gave them to his kids. I think that's what happened. He did something like that for somebody, for their children. I can't remember who it was, so that wasn't Biggie. But how can you sleep at night doing stuff like that? And then these people are mysteriously getting sick and in a coma and, leaving the earth. Your baby mama, all of a sudden she had cancer, but nobody knew about it.
All of a sudden.
Yeah. But you on the internet crying, oh my God, I loved her. I can't believe she gone. Neglecting Cassie and making it seem like you really wanted to be with your baby mama. The devil is a lie. Devil is a lie. But that's the thing. You got all this footage on people, but why?
Yeah.
Why would you get this footage on me? Like,
I'm sorry, y'all. I said if I killed the offer, let me know. I'm sorry. I don't want to be killing nobody out and taking them out before they time for the Lord call them on. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh man. Okay. Well, sorry. They said Biggie Mama is alive. Thank y'all. Y'all know. Hey, look. Let me know. That's why I made disclaimer on the front end. I don't want to kill her off, y'all. Let me know if she is still alive. Thank y'all for letting me know.
yeah, there's no way that I would allow him to. That's why I'm like, what I don't even want to know. I mean, I really wouldn't ever want to be in this position. But if I'm famous and I go around Diddy, I don't need him for anything. But I allow you to put me in a compromising position like that?
Yeah.
What are you selling to me or coaxing me into for me to be like, yeah, this is a good idea. I'll bend over and I don't like it. Or is it a bunch of people out here that's really liking it and he likes it and he don't want to be the only one that likes it? So now you blackmailing people.
This was the thing what I was saying with Gabby said the same thing. What I was saying is his son neither and his daughter never got anything from him. The mom was fighting to get all his rights and ownership. May said Diddy gave them their master after it wasn't worth the dime. So that's how the mama came up for the people that's coming in, because she did have to go and fight Diddy over what was rightfully should have been inherited to her, because Biggie wasn't married to nobody.
Wow.
So it should have went to the children, and to her, they got nothing. And yes, you gave everybody their masters in 2023 when they were hot in 1999 and 98. And I don't think the locks, look, him and Biggie were all 90s. All 90s. And 112. 112 kind of tipped over into the early 2000s. If you were to ask my soon to be 16-year-old daughter, my 18-year-old, to say, sing me a Craig Mack song, they're going to say, first of all, who is Craig Mack?
Right.
Give me a Locks lyric. Who are the Locks?
Was 112 signed to Bad Boy?
Yep.
Wow. And that was a good group.
Great group.
So now they don't have nothing to show for it.
And you want to give them something in 2023 when nobody is streaming?
Wow.
Any of that stuff, Biggie stuff would still, I feel like, would go good because he always carried the legend of Biggie Smalls. I think him and Tupac will always be in that box, like the Michael Jacksons and the Elvis Presley's. Like, I feel like their music will always live on because of that. But none of your artists have that. And I feel like all of my opinion, y'all, this is just my opinion. I feel like all of his fortune is from Biggie. His fortune isn't from his other artists because they are one hit wonders. Danny Kane did pretty good. I'll give him Danny Kane, but he messed up.
But see, and my thing is, you're losing yourself more money by not developing the artists to give them longevity. Like, why just let them be like a, okay, you did good for now, all right, that's enough success, and then you just gonna eat off of the replays of what they did for like 2 albums? That's crazy.
And but
It's,
I guess too, if I'm only giving you 2% of your earnings and I'm taking 98%, I'm eating good. You want it? Oh, you got to go figure it out because I'm eating good over here because I'm getting 98% of your earnings only to your 2%.
yeah, but that stuff that he was doing back then would never fly now,
Yeah,
because start getting, social media has changed the game.
yeah.
Now people like artists like Young Dolph, God rest his soul. He owned his own all everything.
Everything. Yep.
He signed to a label, and people, that I think that's why a lot of them guys hated him, because he had money. He ain't have to answer to nobody. He was doing,
Hmm.
and that was that.
Yeah, I agree. Do I feel like Diddy's going to jail? I think that is the biggest question. My
Mm,
answer is no. Unfortunately, even with all of the evidence stacked up against him, up to probably to reach Jesus in heaven,
mm,
I don't think he's going to go to jail. Reason why I don't believe that, because outside of the R. Kelly of it all, Diddy hung around a lot of highfalutin, high position people,
mm.
and they don't want their names. Same thing with the whole Epstein Allen,
Mhm.
Jeffrey Epstein Allen situation. Nobody name has been revealed.
That's why he
No,
that's why he offed himself, because he didn't want to be in the mix of all that stuff. So I don't want to
I
say,
feel like they off him allegedly, but
yeah, well,
I don't think he took himself out because I felt like he could fight it.
I think that, I don't know if he could fight that, because it was clear that somebody was like, I ain't messing with you no more, and we
Hmm.
have an agenda to put and feed you to the wolves. So I think, with all that being said, I hate to say it out loud, but there's going to be an unaliving situation, I sense, in some shape, form, or fashion,
I agree with that too.
because I can see it in his eyes. He don't want to go to jail.
Yep.
He don't want to deal with the repercussions. His money is probably, he's spending money day after day after day on this.
To fight this.
At any
Hmm.
to continue to make money, and people don't want to collaborate with him anymore because they don't want to be caught up in his foolishness.
Excuse
So
me. I agree. I agree. And Alf made a good point. She said day 26, Danny came 112. All of them were pissed last year when he released their masters, and he had the nerve to require them to sign an NDA saying they wouldn't sue him. This is actually true.
wow.
This is actually a true statement. That is
Mm,
not allegedly, that is a true statement. Diddy already saw this stuff coming down the pipeline because if we go back to the Cassie situation, Cassie was already talking to Diddy behind the scenes. Diddy wouldn't do anything. That's what led her to go ahead and do the lawsuit. Now I would say allegedly because why not protect ourselves? Allegedly. So from what the people are saying, who's in the mix and in the know, we're saying that that's one of the reasons why he sold off all of their masters to show that, well, oh, you can't get no money from over here because I gave everybody everything that's
mm.
rightfully owned to them. See, I don't even have this kind of money no more. See, because I sold they masters. Allegedly, there was one of the reasons why, because he saw it coming down the pipeline. So he was trying to get ahead of it by selling off some stuff. But in that, because the Cassie stuff was coming down, that's why the NDA was okay. I'm gonna give you this, which also to prove how much of a trash man he is. You're only giving me what's rightfully mine
Right.
because you don't want your spot to blow up.
I think Diddy felt like he had Cassie's mind so tied up that she would never come after him. And I think she was scared. I think she was mentally all like out there, like scared of him. And like she has kids now. She like, I don't want him to do something to my children. I don't want him to hurt my husband,
Yeah,
wherever. But then that had to be some serious courage
you
that she
breaking up.
cover to or find within her to go ahead with it. So
Yeah.
I don't know. But I feel like this is also a cover up for whatever they got going on in the
Of
government.
course. I definitely agree with that. And that's why I say I don't think he's going to jail because he hung with way too many higher ups and higher echelon of people. He
Yep.
hung with too many of them. So if Diddy go down, that means Jay-Z gonna have to go down. If Jay-Z go down, that means Beyonce gonna have to go down. If Beyonce go down, that means Clive Davis gonna have to go down. And it's gonna go on and on and on. Clive Davis already 9,900 years old anyway, so I can see him being picked off any moment
Mm-hmm.
because he old as dirt.
Child. They've been saying he's a old booty chaser.
It sure is. They've been talking about him, but y'all,
I don't know
that's
why.
it.
No, why they out here chasing booty hole, child? It's
And
state.
it was a way to put them in a corner, like bag them up in a
But
corner.
why are you chasing the dookie shoot? Y'all know what come out of there. Why you in there? Get out of there.
Because and like they're saying, it's looked at as if you're coming out Meek Mills, let's use Meek Mills as this gangster, this I'm a bad boy from the streets, and you ain't gonna want to come out that somebody played in your back door and opened in and went through the back door. You don't want that information to come out because you're supposed to be this whole thug life.
It's a lot of back wide open gates and out here. Sound like he got people wearing depends the way he was going in there.
Okay. But let me say this. I'm not taking up for him. I think only thing I feel like he was smart about is I'm not gonna go down by myself. So if you gonna say I'm doing this and speak out against me, I hold it. Roll that beautiful beating footage, okay? Roll
Mm,
that beautiful beating footage on how I got you bent over.
Child, I ain't even bending over and I'm a woman. No. But hey, you like it, I love it, child. Y'all gonna do what y'all want to do. I'm on exit only over here. Okay. God made a hole that's tight enough for you in the front. Okay, good to
So
go.
then,
That's what you do right there.
and
Um,
let me say this, and I'm gonna wrap it up. I do feel like I don't think it should be this big spectacle about whether he's gay or not, because people keep talking about that. Whether
mhm.
he's gay or not, whatever the case may be, I think the bigger issue should really be about the fact that how he's done this to these people and doing it against their will. I feel like it is way too many people on this earth that are willing to get down with the nitty gritty, and you don't even have to blackmail them. You don't even have to offer them no special drug or drink or juice. They just down with it. Why not go get the people who down with the swirl and down with doing it? Why would you take something that somebody could say, "Hey, I ain't comfortable with that"?
Because it's not exciting. I want to force you because I know you don't want it. I know you don't like it. And I want power over you. So I'm going to make you do it.
And see, and for that, that's why Diddy need to be exposed because you are an abuser.
Mm-hmm.
You are an SAer. You are a graper because you took something that does not belong to you. And for those reasons, this is why you got to go down. and why you need to be said. I don't give a damn if he gay or not. Whatever. That child is between you and whatever else you want to do in your bedroom.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. But
Take
take
my,
it
I don't care.
right. But you want to sit over here and literally be a graper.
Mm.
That ain't right. That's not right at all. And that's what I was saying with the R. Kelly. R. Kelly didn't hang around them big people like that. You
Mm.
didn't see R. Kelly at those parties and doing that. He was doing his own little situation. That's why R. Kelly was able to hang dry and be out there fight for his life by himself. Diddy not doing it.
See, and that's another thing. They're trying to connect him with trafficking too.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
May also be why he has money. So you
Yep.
using celebrities, and that, see, it's all coming together, and this is alleged in my opinion for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's what the thing was with the celebrities too. You're using them to reel people in, and that's and get your whole little organization going, and now you're able to incriminate them as well if anything happens, because they were probably participating in some inappropriate stuff with
Yep.
some people as well, because people got sick fetishes.
Yep.
There's thing, I would never be able to hurt a child ever. I don't know.
Thank you.
Grown people can be attracted to children. It's sick,
It's demonic. Just
sick.
call the thing a thing. It's demonic. You are the devil.
But a lot, and also they're these old ass rich white people. That's just called a thing a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Attracted to be, they want to be young. They want that fountain of youth. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why they are always looking for young black children, because they're using their blood or something like that to help them be young again.
Yeah.
And it's like, that is so sad.
Megan Fox have already came out and said she drink blood.
That's crazy.
And she says it openly. Like, yeah, I drink blood. It keeps me young. And she drinks Machine Gun Kelly. That may not been right since she been with her. That is a witch. But we gonna move on. Okay.
Now listen,
Because she's openly talking about this. But
yeah, make
there
you want
you have it.
in a bubble, and you want them to be able to experience life, but it's like, it's crazy people out here, absolutely crazy.
Al said Carisha going down too. She talked too much and too loud, and she told the whole world, "I'm a whore," and she meant it in every word. Wait, I'm gonna tell you why. I think I'm agree with you. I think Carisha gonna get a lot of this smoke too.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember when Carisha and that Asian looking girl was going back and forth on social media?
Oh, what Asian looking
I
girl?
cannot think of that girl name. Oh my gosh, whatever her name is.
Mm-hmm. Is she black?
She's not black. She's mixed with something. Whenever they was going back and forth, Carisha did the worst thing by tweeting out and saying, I can have you eating me out. All I got to do is tell Diddy. I can have you on my knees, and
Oh,
all I got to do is tell Diddy.
oh, I remember that. Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Because she said that, you're giving validation to the fact that he is.
Forcing people to do stuff. But that's his foolishness, because he's addicted to the fountain of youth too.
Yep.
So out here doing, child. You know I got to love you, Sean, because we done been on here for 2 hours and 18 daggone minutes. I
We
just look.
gonna wrap it up. Okay. All right, you guys. That's all we got. We ain't got no more. We have something in our chamber tucked in. We'll let y'all know if it comes out or not this week, but stay tuned.
Mm,
Stay tuned, okay? That's all we have for today. We done definitely went over our time. We try to have this thing about an hour and 30 to 2 hours. We done went over. Okay, so it is time for us to go to bed. Good night. Y'all have a good night, okay? I love y'all. It ain't nothing y'all can do about it. We have fun, talk our mess and everything, and give our opinion. Last words, Miss Shay.
He's out.
That's it. All right, you guys. Y'all be sure to like, comment, share it out, and subscribe. We'll see you guys, and we'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.